not a buck. I'm not gonna say anything else. What is a go-to to look for if you're allowed to legally pull the trigger or not? Like, in terms of, is that deer allowed to be shot?
It depends during the season.
In season. I'm saying in season.
In season, there's only, I think, the beginning of the year, and then there's a specified day the rest of the year to kill a doe. So you have to make sure that they have antlers, or if you're turkey hunting during turkey season, you have to make sure they have a beard, because you have to kill a gobbler or a jake bird. They call them jake birds if they're young. Can't necessarily. There's a certain day you can take hens too, but
so
to figure out.
Is there a certain? You said there's a certain day you're allowed to kill doe.
Yeah.
Like one day. Like,
towards the end
honey,
of the
it's doe day. I'm gonna go.
I think you can kill does early on in bow season. I don't totally know the regulations for deer hunting. I haven't gone deer hunting about once, so I was really young. Dad showed me everything. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you just got to make sure you're doing things in regulation. Doesn't matter how the size, but if it's when you can only kill a buck, just make sure they have a horn. Make sure they have a beard if it's a turkey. Make sure it's a certain length if it's a squirrel. And
if they have white fur and one horn, don't kill it. Please capture it.
It's a unicorn.
We'd like to study it.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of letting a bunch of animals pass. I have never really killed animals because I just like being out in the wilderness. That's the kind of hunter I am. So you can experience it. It's a great experience. Unless it's trophy, don't shoot it. That's my idea.
All right, and now it's time for everybody's favorite segment. What was that? You were still muted, but you just gave a big O.
There's Odell Beckham's finger that they had to put back in.
Oh! That's gross. Everybody go look that up right now. You'll have the same reaction. You'll go, oh!
Yikes. And he played.
Husker do's, Husker don'ts. For you guys, for all of you, from the perspective of a DC sports fan, right now, this time of year, you got Redskins, you got Wizards about to start, you got Caps in preseason, and you got the Nats in the playoffs. If if you're a DC sports fan, Husker do, Husker don't. Go ahead, Corey.
Husker don't have knee-jerk reactions, especially in the playoffs here early on. One game, if we lose game one, don't freak out. A lot of times, I mean, even after Sunday night last week, we think the Redskins are serious contenders now. Do not have a knee-jerk reaction. Just go with the flow. If the Redskins win tonight, I'll start discussing it. If the Nats win on Friday night, I'm sure I'm going to say they're going to win the series. Mm-hmm. So that's a big thing with me because I'm one of those. Also, side note before we continue, Bradley Beal said, game day, got to figure out a new nickname for the arena. There it is.
The wallet.
The bank.
No, the bank. The bank.
The first comment actually was the bank.
I've given up. Okay. It's not the wallet. It's the bank. The wallet was dumb. I'm sorry. And since I've made that comment, my wallet has fallen apart.
Yikes.
Literally, the side has come out, so every time I tilt it sideways, all my cards fall out. It's awful. Okay. Husker do. This is a tough one. So, this is one of my common complaints at Nats games. I feel like we have a lot of people who love going to Nats games for the experience because they see it as a good place to hang out. But it bothers me that we are not a town that knows enough about baseball.
I was about to. That was my next. No stuff.
We don't know when to cheer.
We've gotten better.
Yeah, we absolutely gotten better. But baseball is a sport where a lot of the fan interaction should come before something happens. Like football, big play obviously we know third down you get loud on if your team's on defense, yada 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 yada. Baseball's the same way where you have times where you're supposed to cheer before a big play happens. Obviously, the whole crowd's going to go crazy after a home run or something like that. But if Strauss is on the mound in a big situation with 2 strikes on Chris Bryant, like, you should be freaking yelling at the top of your lungs. Like, just, I'm not going to say study up on baseball. Go to the games. Have fun at the games. But it is, like...
And don't chant stupid things.
Don't chant stupid things. Do not let opposing teams' fans start chants.
Right.
But...
Kill it.
I will say, don't boo when they start a chant. Start your own chant louder.
Mm-hmm.
Husker do know about the sport that you're attending the game for.
Facts. Just to piggyback that, Husker do attend games. I mean, sometimes, like Wizards games, no fandom. Nobody goes to Wizards games. And Wizards are top 5 team the past 3 years. And it's like, I mean, in the East, granted.
But you have a team. It's rare that you get.
You have 2 superstars.
That you get a team with guys who care as much about this city as this Wizards team does. John Wall and Brad Beal love this city.
Yeah, that's why they stayed.
Especially John Wall. Like, I'm not downplaying Bradley Beal at all, but John Wall, he made a comment on Instagram the other day about all these other, superstars and players, teaming up and moving cities. John Wall is loyal to this city. He signed his Supermax when everybody said that he wasn't going to sign. Like,
yeah.
He loves this city. He wants to bring a championship here.
Whole lot of gang shit. That's what Bradley Beal said.
Whole lot of what?
Whole lot of gang shit.
Hashtag WizGang. Hashtag WizRising. Get it going. Get it going. Okay, Husker don't be that guy at a game. Don't be that guy. I shouldn't have to say anything else.
We've been that guy.
We've been that. I've
Jack's been that
1,000% of the time been that guy. If you go into a game and you're a little bit overserved,
don't be that guy.
Maybe drink some waters. It's cheaper inside. Don't pay $10 for a beer when you've already had your fill.
Also,
I'm not saying that we need a sober fan base, because part of the whole game day experience is going and having a couple beers with your boys or your family.
Just don't be a jackass.
Just honestly, respect the game.
There were Redskins fans fighting each other last week.
Yeah, don't be that guy.
And Redskins fans are terrible with that. I've gotten threatened by people, and it's like, yo, I'm on the same team. We are here to enjoy the same game. You're getting trashed somehow on $10 beers. I'm glad you're rich. Also, side note to that, if we ever want to go get trashed at a football game, we need to go to Atlanta. They charge $4 beers.
Shout out to Atlanta. The new stadium, when they announced that and they said we're going to price it. That was a fail. But when they said we're going to price everything so that a family can come to a game and actually afford to feed everybody, and that's awesome. More, hopefully, more stadiums, more owners.
FedEx won't be.
Follow that. Yeah, no. Dan Snyder wants his money. Speaking of Dan Snyder, we should have talked about this earlier. The era of sticking to sports is sadly over. I've had a few conversations with people recently about the whole protesting. We'll get more into it tomorrow. I just quickly 30-second take on specifically, instead of going through all the protests that have happened, just what the Redskins did. Any thoughts?
I mean, everyone has their right to what they do.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciated what Josh Norman said about the whole situation. A couple people kneeled on our team. At this point, I know when Colin Kaepernick came out and did it, I had a stronger reaction. But I've kind of removed myself from the situation, didn't believe news articles, whatnot. And everybody has a right to their actions. Everybody can say what they want. Everybody can do what they want. And it's
your First Amendment right.
Yeah. I mean, whether I like it or not, which I don't really...
I will say, you also have a First Amendment right to be angry and be against what they're doing. Everybody has their right.
I mean, it's kneeling. What is that doing?
Yeah.
In all ways, whether it's doing anything for them, which I don't think it's really doing anything. And then on my side, well, not my side, I don't even care anymore. It's not hurting anybody. They're not out here shooting people like, sorry about today. That was awful.
Yeah.
The worst shooting ever.
I was about to say, obviously, all of our thoughts, all of our prayers going to Las Vegas. It's almost impossible to understand how something like that can happen. Very, very sad. Prayers to all the families who are mourning right awful. Now. It's tough, but
I mean that's just from today alone. I mean the terrible stuff that happens across the globe, and our biggest problem is going to be kneeling for a national anthem.
Yeah, I think if nothing else, that does put it in perspective.
There's bigger problems to worry about than kneeling. And look, I watch the NFL for football. I don't watch it for politics. I don't watch sports for politics. There's politics in everything. I get that. But I'm not coming to watch an NFL game on Monday Night Football and watch people kneel. I could care less. I'm coming to watch the players. That's it.
Yep. We'll stop it there for now. We'll it's an important issue, and even though we're not important people, whether we have one listener, 10, 100, 1,000, it's something that I think people should be talking about.
Yeah. It's always good to talk.
Not enough people, too many people say too many things without really communicating anything. And that's not what Cory and I want to do. We have fun.
On tomorrow.
Yeah. We'll jump on it tomorrow. But anyway, final thoughts?
I'm going to play some pickup basketball to get my negative mood away because I've been doing schoolwork all day and I got to have an open mind for tonight's big game. So, shout out to everybody and follow us on Twitter at DC Sports Daily.
Email us at dcsportsdailypodcast@gmail.com.
Word. Shout outs to everybody.
Yeah, Nick said no more shout outs to Miss Chops.
Yep, I agree because Miss Chops blows. That absolute dog ass.
We might have to get him to record a new...
My fuel is absolutely gone.
We might have to get him to record
You know what? It's Miss Chops'
It
fault because that's why I didn't freaking record.
Yeah. That's why we were okay with taking a week off. I will say, we are making zero money from this. In fact, I'm a little bit in the hole from this for the Spreaker fees and everything like that.
That's why we get busy. It's really not our top priority. We love doing this, but
we do. Like, that's the thing. Like,
when our schedules collide, they collide.
Like, I'll say, it's not like Cory and I were hanging out last week and just decided not to record. Both of us were very busy. I haven't seen Cory since literally the last time we recorded, I think.
Yeah.
He was out of town.
The 20th.
We were both very, very busy last week.
Yep.
Didn't see each other all weekend. Like, this is...
Takes a lot.
Yeah. And we do this because we love it. We love DC sports. We love DC sports fans. We love this city. We love this area. We love talking to whoever's listening. But, yeah. Next time we'll let you know if we're taking a break. But, we're back for now. Well, no, we're back for
the majority of October.
We're back. We'll figure it out.
So we have to mourn our loss.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Yeah, if the Redskins get embarrassed tonight, we might never record again.
Well, I was more talking about the Nats.
If the Nats get embarrassed and get swept, we might never record again.
Yeah.
But okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an hour.
Good night.
Gave you a little bit of content to make up for the week. All right, ladies, gentlemen, have a blessed night. Say some prayers, give some thoughts for Vegas.
Let me tell you a story about Cory and Jack. Some people think that their podcast is whack, but me and Chris Jensen, good old Miss Chops, well, we gotta give Cory and Jack some mad props. talking about sports wearing